And why did I use the word con man? Let's talk about Peter Obi, for instance. In 2019, Peter Obi was the vice presidential candidate of Atiku Abubakar. The Constitution in section 142 says the vice president is an associate of the president. An associate means you are joined with, aligned with, connected with somebody. And Peter Obi was the chief spokesperson, the master strategist, the campaign officer for the South, for Atiku Abubakar. Peter Obi was the one who led Atiku Abubakar into the campaign in 2019. Then from nowhere, in 2027, after Atiku had brought you out to national politics, you are now creating the impression with your toxic followers that Atiku is not qualified to be president, that Atiku is this and that.
Peter Obi has toxic followers?
Very, very street urchins.
You are one of them.
I was. Why did I leave? I told you that in 2023, before I even came into the campaign, I had never sat down with Peter Obi to discuss. And I read up about him, and read up about Atiku Abubakar. I wanted somebody from the Southeast to be president. And of course, I campaigned, and I believe we won that election. After winning the election, what happened? He could not secure his own victory. And that was when I knew that I had problem with this person.
Is that fair to say he did not make any sacrifice?
What did he
paid
make?
Lawyers. He went around saying he won that election. What else do you want him to do?
He went around saying he won that election. Let me ask you one question. What is his path to victory in 2027? I will give you an example. There was one man, an incumbent president from the South. He contested an election. He won all the election in Southeast. He won all the election in South-South. He won substantially, made almost 25% in the whole of Southwest, and won almost 25% in the whole of Northern region. Yet, he lost the election. And he had the army, the police, the navy, and the air force in his power. And yet, he lost the election. I'm talking about Goodluck Jonathan. And you, Peter Obi, without the army, without the police, without the air force, without the navy, without any power, you want to face an incumbent, Tinubu, that has vowed to snatch power, to grab it, and to run away with it. He did it to you in 2023. You did nothing. And now he's an incumbent. You think you can go alone and win a Tinubu? You must be a joker. And that's why I said that is con job.
What makes you think this is your illusion?
Yes.
And this is your...
It's not an illusion.
No.
It's a fact.
When you
it happened to Goodluck Jonathan, an incumbent from South.
The way you describe Bola Tinubu and all of that is... stating that, what makes you then think that Atiku or any other person can do the same if Peter Obi cannot do it?
Very good.
You think Peter Obi is unfit to match Bola Tinubu, right? That's what you think?
Absolutely.
So you think Atiku can match Bola Tinubu?
Remember what I said in your studio one time. I said if the opposition cannot come together to act as one, they should as well go and endorse Tinubu. I said it here.
Is that what is going on right now?
No, what is going on is that a coalition has already been formed. So whoever goes out of the coalition alone does nothing to the coalition.
And you don't think that the coalition has now been lightened? The weight has been, is more or less feathered weight with Peter Obi exiting Kwankwan, so that's almost a 2 million vote on the face value that is gone. Peter Obi almost 7 million votes as at the last count that is gone. You're talking about 8 million votes in two personalities that gone away from the coalition you are mentioning.
What you're talking about is rehashing 2023. I'm talking about 2027.
In political science, history and patterns are very key.
Let me tell you the consequences of what you're saying and why the South-South and Southeast is going to vote differently. From 2015, when Goodluck Jonathan lost the election because of the South-South-Southeast, they have been marginalized by the successive presidents because they did not align with them. In 2027, the South-South and the Southeast will align with the coalition party, with the North. And when they align, they will win Tinubu. And if they win Tinubu, all their marginalization will come to an end. But here is the catch. And I'm trying to tell you why Peter Obi will lose the entire Southeast. Have you not heard of the slogan, Obi or nothing? First of all, that slogan is an abomination culturally in Igbo land. In Igbo land, there is something we call Somadina. Somadina means that I will not be the only person that will thrive. I will not be the only person that will succeed. I will not be the only person that will live. And now, Peter Obi or nothing. Let me take you back to 1979. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe ran under a MPP. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe knew that the votes of Ndigbo alone will not make him president. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe had a brother, Alex Ekweme. He was running under MPN. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was very respectful of him. He did not tell Ekweme to leave MPN. At the end of the day, what happened? MPN won the election, and an Igbo man was vice president. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the NPP leader, he still did not have any problem with MPN. He joined MPN and aligned with MPN. And Ndigbo produced also the Speaker of the House of Representatives, having lost an election at the federal level. We produced our governors, and because of the alignment, we produced the vice president, and because of the alignment, we also produced the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And this we did 9 years after the war. And somebody here is telling me, Obi or nothing? That is an abomination in Igbo land.
Why is this diatribe against Peter Obi so strong in you? What did Peter Obi do? Is there a personal difference you have with him? Did he offend you?
Thank you for this question. I am telling you that anybody that wants to preside over me as president in Nigeria must be interrogated. I've not even said anything against Peter Obi compared to what I said against the other presidential candidate in 2023. Let me tell you, I have no personal grudges against anybody in my life. I am a man in search of the soul of Nigeria. I am going to get it in my lifetime. A good president will restore this country, will restore the Igbo people, the marginalization of Igbo people will go. And any human being from Igbo land that wants to destroy the destiny of Igbo because of your selfishness, I will come after you and make sure that you don't block Ndigbo from getting what they get, what they should get. Let me also take you to 1999. In 1999, the people of the Southwest, they said it is their turn because of what happened with MKO Abiola. And you know what? They gave it as a condition that all the political parties must present somebody from the Southwest. Let me ask, if there are no Southwest people in all the political parties, would they be able to achieve that? Olufalaye and Olusegun Obasanjo eventually emerged as the presidential candidates of all the parties that were available. Now, if you come to Igbo land and you're saying it's one person or nothing, so whatever happens to that one person, Ndigbo will be wiped out for that particular election cycle. In 1999, only Yoruba people contested for the presidency. I am looking forward to a time where only Ndigbo will contest for the presidency of Nigeria. It has happened before. We are the only people in the South that has not produced the president. They must allow us to produce the president. Let me challenge the APC. If the APC today zones this ticket to Southeast, because when they talk about zoning, it is a way to deny Ndigbo of what is their own turn. If APC zones this ticket to Southeast, just like Atiku Abubakar said in 2023, Atiku Abubakar said, if you zone this ticket to Southeast PDP, I will not contest. If APC zones it to Southeast, I will tell ADC to zone it immediately to Southeast. And if they don't, I'll campaign for APC. Take my word for it.
So you are basically an ethnic-oriented person.
Thank you for that question.
He just wanted your man from your clan,
yes,
an Igbo man to be president. That's your grouse.
Thank you very much for that question. Because if you vote for Tinubu again in 2023, the Southwest will have it for 16 years. And they've had vice president for 8 years. And Ndigbo has not had it at all. No vice president, no president. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. It has something to do with justice. And I am telling you that the only reason I'm saying there should be alignment is exactly what Tinubu did. Tinubu did not recognize that Jonathan has not done 8 years. He aligned with the North and defeated Jonathan so that he could create the avenue for him to come back and become president. That is what I am doing. I am going to make all the necessary alignment to make sure that somebody from the Southeast becomes president or vice in 2027 and become president thereafter. It has nothing to do with ethnicity.